Hello everyone, welcome to your Pass-A-Grille Beach Faith Formations Children's Moment. I'm so glad you're joining us today. How was your week? Did you do anything exciting or new? Or have any new discoveries? Well, I know this was Earth Week and Earth Day on Wednesday, and so I know that many of you, at least probably through school, had some Earth Day activities to do. And of course, we had our Earth Day photo challenge. So let's take a look at some of the pictures you sent in. Great job, everyone. I love those pictures, and I'm so glad you sent them to me. Now, I told you that this was a photo challenge and that there would be a winner and a prize, and there is. The prize is going to be a fun game that you can play with your family, and the really good news is that all of you who submitted pictures are going to be receiving that prize, so you can expect that in a week or so, maybe before. All right. Now remember, as we move forward from Earth Day, that we are the stewards or the caretakers of the earth. So it's our job to help take good care of it, whether it's Earth Day or any other day of the year. Well, one of the things that we at our house have been doing is growing, or maybe I should say attempting to grow a garden. So I brought a couple things to show you today from my garden. Here's one. These are cucumbers. Well, they're going to be cucumbers. They're cucumber plants. You can see this little poor guy here got eaten by some worms, but we've got a nice looking blossom going on here. So hopefully we'll have cucumbers in the next couple of weeks. Now, one that we actually have been successful with is lettuce. Check this out. We've been having salads every day with the lettuce that we've been able to grow. So we've definitely been embracing this time to be at home and try to grow a garden. Well, today we're going to be talking about the continuing story of Jesus and the disciples and the things that happened after Easter. As we talked about in the last couple of weeks, after Easter, the story doesn't end. That's really when things get going for the disciples and the rest of the people. So, last week we talked about Thomas and how he had some doubts about Jesus. Then Jesus reappeared to him and talked to him and showed him the marks in his hands so that he would believe. Well, this week, Jesus appears again to some other people, but they don't really recognize him at first. In today's Bible story, two of his followers are walking down the road. They're on their way to a town or a village called Emmaus. And as they're walking, this man comes up and starts walking with them, which probably would have been kind of normal at the time. But this man was actually Jesus. He was just disguised to these followers of his. All right, so these men, these followers of Jesus, and Jesus, who's disguised, are walking, and they begin to talk. And Jesus begins talking with them about all of these things that they're sort of discussing, like who Jesus was and what happened to him and how he had risen again. And Jesus pretty much gives them an education. He talks to them about, well, why wouldn't you believe all the things that have been said? So he explains to them all of the writings that have been said from the prophets about what would happen and that it all came true. Well, as they're walking and they reach this town of Emmaus, these two followers invite Jesus to come with them to where they're staying. And so he comes with them. And maybe it's kind of like a hotel or a hostel that they're staying at. And so they go in and then they decide to have some dinner, right? Maybe they have some bread. And when Jesus breaks the bread, he is revealed to them that says that their eyes are opened and they see that it's Jesus. And then he talks to them and explains to them everything that has come true and that things are the way that they are supposed to be. You know, one of the things I think is really great about this story is that Jesus can be with us everywhere and all the time, even if maybe we don't know it at the time. And that's the really great news for today. Jesus is always with us, even when we don't realize it. Well, I hope you have a great week. And if you get your parent or an adult to click on the next link in the email that I sent them, you will be able to access another great video about the road to Emmaus, all kinds of activities. Have a great day and have a great week.